What is it like to live with someone who has chronic pain? My name is Alexander. I'm a psychologist by training. Living with someone who has chronic pain is not easy. Very often, family members who live with somebody who has chronic pain can experience a great deal of distress. And the reason for that is someone they care about is perpetually suffering, is in pain all the time. So it can be really hard on the members of the family emotionally. It can be really difficult. Family members who live with somebody who has pain can often feel a real sense of helplessness because there's this person right there. They would like to help them. Uh, they'd like to fix this problem for this person, uh, but they can't do it. So it can be very difficult that way. Often people who are living with chronic pain can be very irritable. They can be very short-tempered, sort of reactive and moody. Because of the pain, which can go up and down. So you find that people who live with people who have chronic pain can very frequently end up taking the brunt of their moodiness, right? They can end up becoming the lightning rods for their frustration and their irritation and their annoyance. And it's really kind of regrettable actually because these are the people who are the ones who are providing the care to the person who is in pain. And they're the ones who actually end up sometimes becoming the kind of punching bags for the person who's not doing so well. And then family members themselves can become really tired and run down. It can be very difficult to provide care to somebody who is suffering in perpetuity, right? Who is seemingly always in pain, and it can be really a real drain on a person's emotional resources. So family members themselves can become really tired and run down and drained as a result of providing this endless care. I mean, so not that it's the fault of the person who has chronic pain, because if they could make it go away, obviously they'd make it go away. So that's not the issue here. But the point is that the people who are providing the care, it's such a draw on them, and over time it can drain them of their resources and their emotional energy. It can do that. People who provide care to people who have chronic pain can very frequently become overwhelmed by the responsibility. Uh, it's you know it's difficult because not only do they have to take care of the things that they have to take care of in their own lives, but on top of that they're shouldering this added responsibility uh, of things and tasks that the person who's in pain cannot handle. So it can be very overwhelming at times, and it can actually lead to an increase in irritability and short temperedness in the family members themselves, because they're run down and they're fatigued and they're overwhelmed, so they themselves can become reactive and irritable and short temperedness and kind of end up mirroring the person who's living with chronic pain. That can happen. There can be an increase in conflict in the relationship, not just between the person who is in pain and the family members, but within family members themselves, there can be an increase in conflict as a result of living with somebody who has chronic pain. People who provide care to family members who have persistent pain, they themselves can become depressed sometimes because there seems to be no resolution to this unpleasant situation. So sometimes you find that family members themselves can get depressed. The person himself who lives with pain, they can be depressed, and family members can become depressed as a result of the fact that they're living in this situation that is unresolvable. It can be very hard on family members. So as you can see, when we're talking about persistent pain, when we're talking about chronic pain, the effect is not just on the person who's living with pain. It has a spillover effect on the people who surround them, their partners, their children, and so on and so forth. And in fact, it's a multi-layered effect on everybody, including the family members. So often a person who has chronic pain is receiving all kinds of help, medical help, counseling, and so on and so forth. But what can get missed is the family in this picture. So very frequently, the family members also require help for anger, frustration, resentment, uh, depression. There are lots of issues going on there. They may need help learning how to live with somebody who has chronic pain. So, but if they don't get it, then that's a big piece of the picture that has been missed. So I hope this video has been of some help to you. If you have any comments or questions, please feel free to leave them behind. One question for you: what if this video resonated for you? And finally, if you found the content of this video to be of some help and you can give it a thumbs up, that would be great. Good luck and take care.